In 1892, a family named Olsted stepped off a train in Wetaskiwin and made their way south. They were Norwegian and they'd come to stay. They filed homesteads, brought relatives and friends up from the States, and bought CPR land for $3 an acre. For a while, people called it the Olsted District, but as more Norwegian families arrived, along with others, the place became something else. By 1895, it had a new name, New Norway. Hello and welcome to the video. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike. If you've been here before, my name is still Mike, but you would have known that already. By the turn of the century, the settlement had the basics: a school, general store, and a blacksmith. The kind of infrastructure that meant people intended to stay, that children would grow up here, and that horses needed shoeing and families needed supplies. It was small, but it was real. Then came word of the Grand Trunk Pacific. A new rail line was coming through and it wasn't going to pass through their current location. So in the fall of 1909, New Norway did something unusual. It picked itself up and moved. 7 oxen, skids, buildings shifted a few miles to where the rails would actually run. It was a calculated bet. The community was betting on the railway, and the railway was coming. When the town site went on sale in October 1909, people believed in it. 14 businesses filed intent to establish in the first month. Commercial lots sold for between $100 and $250, and residential lots went for $50 to $100. People were buying in. By May of 1910, New Norway had incorporated as a village. With its first council elected and seated, it made the leap from settlement to actual town. That infrastructure persisted for over a century. The school, the services, the businesses, they all carried forward. But in 2012, the village of New Norway was dissolved. It became a hamlet under Camrose County's jurisdiction. It's still there today and still on Highway 21, still anchored to the railroad that once justified moving an entire community to reach it. But the formal status changed. That village became smaller on paper, even if the place itself remained. What New Norway shows is something quieter than drama. The moment of a decision made in 1909 still shaping the place today. A community that wagered on a railway and built something that lasted. So if you enjoyed this little journey, give that like button a tap. It's free and oddly satisfying. If you haven't subscribed yet, just know I share a new small town story every week, weather permitting, of course. Feel free to pass this along to your aunt, your neighbor, or that one friend who still thinks Alberta ends at Calgary. They need this more than they know. And you'll find gradient imaging on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, because apparently I'm not busy enough. But until next week, drive safe, wave at strangers, and take the scenic route.